By Charlie McGrath, founder of Wide Awake News. So the Greek finance minister tried to reassure the people, saying that the country needs to stay in the Eurozone for the sake of future generations. After all the protests that we've been seeing, do you think there's any hope left among the Greeks for a better future?
Well, for the citizens, I do not. I mean, it's pretty obvious that the European Central Bank and the cabal of banksters that are currently running the global financial system have put their puppet in there, Papademos, and he will do everything possible until he is let go of his tenure as prime minister to ensure that they will have this onerous austerity be implemented onto them. So for the people of Greece, the prospect, the future is not bright at all. All this is being done, of course, to make sure that banks don't realize any losses at the expense of the people of Greece.
Now, there's been a lot of criticism pointed at Greece as it keeps delaying decisions demanded by the EU, and the Greek president has responded to the attacks rather emotionally, taking on the German finance minister, saying, quote, I do not accept having my country taunted by the finance minister, and as a Greek, I don't accept it. How wide are these political cracks that seem to be forming in the EU?
Well, they're very wide, and it's important that the fracture continues, because what's at stake isn't debt. It isn't the big banks of Europe being paid off. What's at stake is sovereignty for the 500 million people on the continent of Europe. You know, Greece is the first domino. Once they eradicate a sovereign nation in Greece, which they are trying hand over fist to achieve over there by neutering their parliament, by dictating financial laws from Brussels. Once that's achieved in Greece, you know what? It is not going to stop there. And I think that's what a lot of people don't realize. You know, even the day that this Greek deal was announced, Moody's came out and downgraded Austria, France, Italy, Malta, Portugal, Slovenia, Slovakia, Spain, and the UK. They are not going to stop until they can eradicate representative government inside of Europe and have everything controlled financially out of Brussels. And if you control the financial aspect of these countries, you control these countries.
Now, many people are pointing to the fact that the Greek economy is uncompetitive and simply won't survive in the Eurozone. What's your take on that?
Well, you know, the Western media, the mainstream media, would have you believe that this is all brought on Greece and it's their own fault. They want you to believe that these folks retire when they're 12 years old, they get every benefit under the sun, and they contribute absolutely nothing to the Eurozone. If that is the case, fine, let them default. That's what happens in free market capitalism. If you can't pay your bills as a person or a nation in free market capitalism, you default, you go bankruptcy. Bankruptcy is a very important part of free market capitalism. Unfortunately, that is not what we have. We have a disaster capitalism. We will use disaster, use crisis in order to implement austerity and make whole entire nations debt slaves. These European banksters, they took a lesson from what happened in this country, the United States, in 2008. And this time, instead of asking the people of the continent of Europe to bail out the banks, they're demanding it.
So wouldn't the best thing then be for Greece to simply default, do you think, and do like Argentina did, default, go back to their original currency, and then build the economy up from there?
I would agree with that 100%. The people of Argentina, the people of Iceland, you say to the banks, I'm sorry, I can't live up to my obligations. I'm going to use a common practice in free market capitalism. I'm going to default. I'm going to declare bankruptcy, and we're going to start over again. That would be the best things for the citizens of Greece, just like it was the best things for the citizens of Argentina and Iceland. It won't be the best thing for the international globalist banksters.
All right. Charlie McGrath, founder of Wide Awake News, thanks for your time.